Hello, future engineers. Here is another video in Engineers in Progress. It is about the circle, and I hope that through this, little by little, you will be able to master sketching and solving problems about circles. So here we go. Sketch the graph of the following pairs of circles and find the equation of the radical axis. Also show the radical axis. So for the first part, A, x squared plus y squared equals 4. This is already a circle in its standard form with center at the origin and radius 2. So x squared plus y squared equals 2 square is a circle with center at the origin x minus 0 quantity square plus y minus 0 quantity square equals radius square. So center 0, 0, radius 2. For the second one, let's complete the square in x. X squared minus 20x plus square of 1/2 of negative 20. Negative 10 square is 100. Y is already a perfect square. So x squared minus 20x plus 100 plus y squared equals negative 96 to the right. And since we added a new term 100 in the left side, we also add 100 in the right side. So the right side is 4 and 4 is 2 square. The first three terms are perfect square trinomials, and we write this as x minus 10 quantity square, then plus y minus 0, or simply y square equals 2 square. So this is a circle with center at 10. Equate this to 0, so x minus 10 equals 0. So x or h is 10 and y minus 0 is equals 0, so y is 0. So center 10 comma 0, radius is 2. We can now plot these two circles and find the radical equation of the radical axis. So for the second equation, we simply replace x squared plus y squared by 4. So that's the technique. We eliminate x squared and y squared terms. So x squared plus y squared minus 20x plus 96 equals 0. So we replace x squared plus y squared equals 4. So 4 minus 20x plus 96 equals 0, or 20x equals 100. 100 equals 20x, so x is 5. 100 over 20. So the two circles have the same radius, therefore this radical axis is the line perpendicular bisector of the net distance between the two circles as long as they have the same radius. But it is the net perpendicular line of the net distance, but not necessarily the perpendicular bisector. It is perpendicular to the net distance. So in this case, so this is the net distance, and the radical axis passes through this. So this is the circle x squared plus y squared equals 4. This is the circle x squared plus y squared minus 20x plus 96 equals 0. And the radical axis is x is 5. We proceed to the second one. So let's complete the square in x. Y is already a perfect square. So x squared minus 2x plus 1, then plus y squared equals 3 plus 1. Because we added 1 in the left side. So the first three terms, we write this in factored form as x minus 1 square, then plus y square equals 2 square. So this is a circle, standard form with center at positive 1, comma 0, and radius 2. For the second one, we have, let's complete the square in x. X squared minus 16x, half of negative 16 is negative 8. Negative 8 square, quantity square is 64. So x squared minus 16x plus 64 plus y squared equals negative 60 plus 64. So this is the new term. We also add it in the right side. So the first three terms is x minus 8 quantity squared, then plus y squared equals 2 squared. Again, this is a circle of radius 2, similar as this. So The radical axis is the perpendicular bisector of the net distance between these two circles of equal radius. So we replace in the second equation the value of x squared plus y squared, which is 2x plus 3 if we transpose this to the right. So center of the circle is 8, 0, radius is 2. For the radical axis, x squared plus y squared equals 2x plus 3 from this equation. We replace it, we substitute it here. So 2x plus 3 minus 16x plus 60 equals 0, or 63 equals 14x. So x is 63 over 14. That's the equation of the radical axis, which is x equals 4.5. So we then sketch the circles. This is the circle with center at 1, 0 here, and the radius is 2 units. This is the circle with center at 8, 0 and radius is 2 also, obviously. And this is the net distance between them. So this is the perpendicular bisector of the net distance between them. So it passes through this. Between 4 and 5 is x is 4.5. Then we proceed to part C. So this is 2x squared plus 2y squared minus 2x minus 6y minus 13 equals 0. We factor out 2. So 2 times quantity x squared minus x. 1/2 of negative 1 is negative 1/2. 1/2 square is 1/4. So for part C, so 2x squared plus 2y squared minus 2x minus 6y minus 13 equals 0. Factor out 2, then complete the square in x. 2 quantity x squared minus x plus 1/4. Again, 1/4 is square of 1/2 of negative coefficient of x. So negative 1/2, quantity square is 1/4. Then if we factor out y, 2 times quantity y squared minus 3y plus 9 over 4. Where 9 over 4 is again square of 1/2 of negative 3. Negative 3 halves, quantity square is 9 over 4. Then equals 13. Transpose this to the right. 13, the new terms in the left side would be 2 times 1/4, which is 1/2. Then plus 2 times 9 over 4, which is 9 over 2. So equals 13 plus 1/2 plus 9 over 2. 2 times 9 over 4 is 9 over 2. So this is 10 over 2, or 5 plus 13, 18. So 2 times x minus 1/2 square plus 2 times quantity y minus 3 halves square. So square root of 9 over 4 is 3 halves, minus because the middle term is negative. Same is true with that. Square root of 1/4 is 1/2. And the sign is sign of the middle term. Sign of the first degree term, so negative. Then equals 18. Divide everything by 2, so quantity x minus 1/2 square plus quantity y minus 3 halves square equals 9, and 9 is 3 square. So this is a circle with center at 1/2, 3 halves, and radius 3. So this is the circle with center at 1/2, 3 halves, somewhere here, 1.5, this point here, this is the circle. Then the radius is 3. So 1 plus 3 is 4. 1/2 plus 3 is 3.5. That's why we have 3.5 somewhere here. It is graduated by 2's. So for the second one, for the second circle, x squared plus y squared plus 8x minus 4y minus 5 equals 0. Let's complete the square in x. X squared plus 8x plus 16. 1/2 of 8 is 4. 4 squared is 16. plus y square minus 4y plus 4. 1/2 of negative 4 is negative 2. And negative 2 square is 4. Then transpose negative 5 to the right. So 5 new terms in the left are 16 and 4. So plus 16 plus 4. The right side is 25 and 25 is 5 square. This is x plus 4 quantity square plus quantity y minus 2 square equals 5 square. So it is now obvious that in this equation, standard equation of a circle, the center is at negative 4, comma, positive 2, and the radius is 5. So center, negative 4, comma, positive 2, radius is 5. So negative 4 is here and positive 2. This is the center, not labeled, but you can look at it from this circle here. Negative 4, comma, 2. The radius is 2, 4, 5. Because the graduation is by 2. So that's it. And this is the circle. Then for the radical axis, this is the first circle, 2x squared plus 2y squared minus 2x minus 6y minus 13 equals 0. So that we can eliminate x squared and y squared terms, the second equation of the circle should be multiplied by 2. So it becomes 2x squared plus 2y squared plus 16x minus 8y minus 10 equals 0. So we subtract this second equation from the first. So negative 2x minus 16x, negative 18x, negative 6y minus negative 8y, positive 2y, negative 13 minus negative 10 is negative 3. So negative 18x plus 2y minus 3 equals 0, or making x positive, so 18x minus 2y plus 3 equals 0. So this is the equation of the radical axis. So if we compute the intercepts, when x is 0, y is 3 halves, which is x is 0, y is 3 halves. So it should pass through this point here. When y is 0, x is negative 1/6, so somewhere here. Or the radical axis passes through the points of intersection of these two circles. So this is the line. This is negative 1/6 when x is 0. When y is 0, x is negative 3/18. So negative 1/6. Then when x is 0, y is 3 halves, positive 3 halves, or 1.5, which is somewhere here. So joining these 2 points and extending, it should also pass these 2 points of intersection, because that's the definition of the radical axis. To find the points of intersection of these two circles, we express y in terms of x from this equation. So from this is the first, this is the circle 2x squared plus 2y squared minus 2x minus 6y minus 13 equals 0. The center is at negative 4, comma 2. So this is the circle x squared plus y squared plus 8x minus 4y minus 5 equals 0. And this circle here is 2x squared plus 2y squared minus 2x minus 6y minus 13 equals 0. So that's it. Then for the radical axis, it's this. Another way to find the points of intersection, we solve for y in terms of x. So this is the radical axis. So 2y equals 18x plus 3. So y is 9x plus 3 halves. We substitute it into the simpler equation, which is this big circle here. So x squared plus quantity 9x plus 3 halves squared plus 8x minus 4 times quantity 9x plus 3 halves minus 5 equals 0. So this is x squared plus 81x squared plus 27x plus 9 over 4 plus 8x minus 36x minus 6, then minus 5 equals 0. Combining like terms, 82x squared, 27x plus 8x, 35x minus 36x minus x, then so it is 82x squared minus x minus 35 over 4 equals 0. So 35 over 4 is 9 over 4 minus 6 minus 5. Then using your calculator there, quadratic equation, quadratic formula, we get x1 equals positive 0.3328, so somewhere there, and x2 is negative 0.3206. So when x1 is positive somewhere here, y is about 4.5, or y is 9 times 0.3328 plus 3 halves. So that is about 4.495. So it's about 4.5 as my estimate. Here it's negative 1.4 in my estimate. Then y2 is 9 times negative 0.3206 plus 3 halves. That's why y2 is negative 1.385. So as I said, almost negative 1.4. So that's it. Then connect these 2 points, these points of intersection with a straight line, extend, that's the radical axis.